Hello, everybody, and welcome to yet another episode of PNSQ Chronicles, the best podcast related to the Pacific Northwest Software Quality Conference. Actually, it's the only podcast related to the Pacific Northwest Software Quality Conference. But be that as it may, I am proud to be here with you today. My name is Michael Larsen. My regular co-host, Srilu Bala, is not available to be with us this week. I'm hoping she will be with us again next week. But you get me, and in this case also, you get our guest, which is Caroline Wong. Now, Caroline is participating with us this year as a workshop presenter, but she has also been a previous speaker. She's given talks at Quality Jam. She's been part of the meetups with it. She's a well-known feature of PNSQC and the broader community. I think I'm getting that right. Did I mangle anything there, Caroline?
Michael, you got that exactly right. And I am so excited for next month's PNSQC. This will actually be my first time hosting a workshop.
That's very cool. I'm excited to hear that. Now, let's talk a bit. So the workshop that you are doing something based around cybersecurity and the software development lifecycle. And I will have the actual title on the screen in the show notes so that people know what we're talking about here. But I do have a couple of questions based off of this because I think it's been either a while or I haven't actually seen security being something that we've talked about, especially not in this strategy. So you're focusing on risk management. Can you share some examples of trade-offs that you might have to deal with, say, security and other priorities with developing a real-world project?
I'd be happy to. So the thing about security as it relates to software development is that everyone thinks it's a great idea until they have to pay for it or spend some of their valuable time working on it. I'd say that a common real-life scenario is that during an annual budgeting process, a CISO or another security leader submits what they think should be the security budget for the following year, and someone or a group of people need to make decisions about, is this dollar going to be invested in security, or is it going to fund another engineering headcount? Is it going to fund a marketing promotion? Is it going to fund a new sales leader? And so these are really the trade-offs that organizations are making about security all the time. I also want to share a brief analogy. One of the things that makes these trade-offs challenging, it's less that they're challenging and it's more that they're nuanced. Because the reality is each of us makes risk management decisions every day in our regular lives. So take the decision, for example, to hop on a bike. Are you wearing a helmet or are you not wearing a helmet? Your choice to wear a helmet or not might depend on a bunch of different factors, including things like, are you good at riding a bicycle? Are you not good at riding a bicycle? How much do you care about what you look like when you're riding a bicycle? How comfortable is your bicycle helmet? Did you decide to spend money on a helmet or on some new shoes? And so on and so forth. So I think it's a really great topic for the quality aspect of the conference, and I'm so looking forward to it.
So risk tolerance, risk management, risk mitigation is a key part of security, and it's a key part of software development in general. You're going to find all sorts of people, just as you said, that have differing ideas and expectations. So how do you help align those perspectives?
At its highest level of abstraction, the simple way to put it is that good software is good for business and bad software is bad for business. And insecure software that can be easily hacked, is not good for business. In my workshop, I'm going to be sharing 7 risk management objectives with the workshop attendees. And these include things like software security is required by law or by a compliance requirement or by a contractual obligation. But another one that is less about following the rules and a little bit more about pure risk management is we want to stop and prevent the same types of security incidents from happening over and over again. So those are just 2 examples. But during the workshop, I'll be encouraging the workshop participants to leverage which of the 7 they think are going to be most related to our case study.
Very cool. Okay, well, this sounds definitely exciting. Now, you've also written a book on security metrics. In fact, Security Metrics, A Beginner's Guide is the title of the book. So, of course, metrics are an interesting touch point to any software because, of course, you can't improve anything you can't measure. But the flip side to that is you can always game what is measured. So, how do you see metrics evolving in regards to how you would present this and how you would encourage people to both use and maybe not abuse metrics in the process?
So, the way that I see security metrics is and has always been to facilitate communication between security and their stakeholders. A lot of security professionals are really good at doing security, but fewer security professionals are really good at talking about the security that they do and explaining to others why it's important in a context that the audience is going to understand. About a decade ago, a group of thought leaders in the industry came together and made an attempt at writing a standard set of security metrics for the industry. It's a good idea, but in my opinion, actual reality says that the most effective security metrics for every organization is likely to be unique and specific to that organization. There are different factors that need to be accounted for. Things like, what is the security maturity of that organization? Things like, what are the security controls that have already been deployed at that organization? Things like, who's in leadership at that organization, both inside and outside of security? And what do those people value and prioritize? I do, in my security metrics book, provide a lot of examples and some checklists and some templates, but I don't actually believe that there is sort of a gold standard that's going to apply to every organization.
So, this sounds like it is going to be a really cool workshop to attend. Now, I want to make clear to everybody that while we do have a virtual offering and you can attend the 2-day conference and you can participate virtually in all of the program that's available, if you want to be part of the workshops, you must be present to play. That means you will have to be in Portland to do it. But you still have a chance to do that. We recommend you go to the registration link that is down here in our show notes. Link in the doobly-doo, as they like to say. We would love to have you be with us. And I think this is a great way, if you are definitely interested in cybersecurity and you want to expand your knowledge on it, or be able to better talk about it, or be able to better position where your product stands, or learn some skills about risk management and risk mitigation, this would be a very good use of your time. And I'm not just saying that because I'm teaching a class that is also in the workshop section, but it's not at the same time as Carolyn. So you can go see Carolyn's and you can come to mine too. In any event, thank you so much for everybody for joining us today for PNSQ Chronicles. We look forward to speaking with you again real soon. If you have not made your plans to attend, we certainly hope that you will, whether you do so in person or virtual. We look forward to seeing you there. Take care, everybody.
Bye, Michael. I'll see you there.